Welcome to Secular Soup. Stay tuned for real talk about atheism, feminism, politics, parenting, and whatever the fuck else Amy and Amy want to talk about, because this is their show. And get ready for a whole lot of motherfucking profanity.
You want to hear a secret?
I won't tell anybody. Go ahead. If I sit next to you, I'm going to get gonorrhea. It's going to jump into me. Just two ladies hanging out.
Is it okay for me to make fun of his neck waddle if I make fun of my own neck waddle?
I'm not sure.
That's a real ethical conundrum.
Would you know if you were born a lizard person, or can you be like adopted into the...
I think you know.
We're such professionals.
We really are.
Buckle up, bitches. It's time to have some soup.
I'm Amy with a Y.
And I'm Amy with an I.
And we're just two blueberries back floating in a bowl of tomato soup after a long absence.
I never left it. I don't know what you're talking about. I was just sitting here floating all the way.
Right. You were just talking to yourself in a corner thinking I was listening, which is usually how we podcast anyway. Yeah. So it's not that different. Oh shit. And I already lost Amy. She is offline. Oh God, this is what happens when you don't record for a while.
It's
Can
fine.
you hear me?
I can hear you.
You went offline for a second, so
Yeah.
The fun begins already.
I did. I'm on Wi-Fi right now because I'm in the other room and I'm not plugged into the hardwire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this will be a fun...
I'm on the Texas power grid, so...
So it's going to be a little unpredictable, is what you're saying? So if I see you go offline, I should just
No, it's
ignore
okay
that
because they can handle heat, right? They just can't handle a freeze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense. They can handle Wi-Fi. Right at the offset, I just want to say, or outset, it's not offset. Right at the outset, I want to say that I have got the world's naughtiest cat sitting right here. And she has decided that if I am podcasting, she needs to be in all of the things in my little podcast lair. So she has been trying to climb the bookshelf, clawing at my neck, jumping up on the desk. So if you hear cat sounds... Why is she clawing
at your neck? Is she trying to, like, murder you?
Probably. No, she's trying to get my attention, and she's like a sullen child who doesn't have enough attention, and she's angry about it. So she's acting out in negative ways, much like a child would if you didn't give them any attention. So now I've got her pinned down on my lap very firmly, hoping that she will just knock it the fuck off. Right, Shoo Shoo? You be a good cat? Yeah, you're gonna be a good cat? Okay. So the reason that we haven't put out a recording in so long is mainly just that, I mean, most of it's my fault. I have just been ridiculously busy trying to get my thrift shop open, and that's taken every waking hour of my time for
Did you listen to
months.
the song to encourage you to move?
I did. Many times, actually.
That song
I have
is
it in
actually
rotation.
wonderful.
It's, well, now now that I've been kind of decorating the store and putting stuff up, I so badly want to make a sign that says, but shit, it was 99 cents. But my mom will not go for it. And I work with my mother, and it's a whole, and she doesn't like the naughty words being out in public. Like, she swears like I do. But she's a lot more professional and doesn't like the word shit up on the wall, which I can't.
That's like every store in Texas has some kind of swear word up on the wall.
Oh, God, no. This is Minnesota. We are very, very Lutheran, I guess, would be the word. Very conservative. We don't like our swear words right out in the open like that. And I just realized that Zencaster is not recording a goddamn thing I'm saying. So what the fuck? So welcome back. We have had some slight audio issues. You probably didn't even notice because we cut them all out. But for the past several minutes, I have been swearing into the microphone. We have been texting each other about what to do. And basically, we've switched to a different podcast recording platform, and it is not being very helpful. It just wasn't recording anything. Amy kept dropping out. It was a real pain in the ass. So,
well, I'm on the Texas power grid. That's honestly my reason for everything at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, and now my cat is knocking things off the bookshelf. So this is a full adventure cast for anybody listening. It's like let's see what my Kat will do next, and let's see if Amy falls off the grid. It could be a fun time. Oh God, I wish we were doing video. Oh God. Anyway, so yeah, I was talking about my thrift shop and trying to get my thrift shop open. I used to have a thrift shop. I'm sure I have talked about this, and ended up closing it and working with my mom at her thrift shop. And then we closed that one and built a new building. So now we've been working on this new shop completely from scratch. We have not opened yet, but we have spent the last 2 months frantically getting the new shop set up and garage sailing, because that's where you get the cheapest stuff to resell. And
Makes sense.
I mean, we also go to auctions, but auctions can be very tedious and very hit or miss, and you have to hang out with people that are wearing MAGA hats the whole time. So, is it MAGA or MAGA?
I don't think it matters. Is it data or data?
That's true. I think it's MAGA, but then one of my friends corrected me and said MAGA, and that just doesn't feel right. So
I've always said MAGA.
Huh.
But I'm in Texas, and
we
had that twang to everything, like MAGA.
Yeah. To MAGA. So I was going to talk about some...
Is it racist or racist?
I think it's racist.
Racist?
I like to put an E on the end.
Saying the same thing if you're saying MAGA hats or MAGA
or racist.
Racist? Or racist?
If you put the French pronunciation on the end. Yeah, we hang out with a bunch of racistes when we go to auctions. It's super fun. It's like, imagine just being in the most stereotypical backwoods country room full of
like a family reunion of my family in Utah.
Yeah, or of mine. We have some sketchy family.
Okay.
It's like that, only you're buying things. And some of the things are even very sketchy. And then they're selling guns for a while, and then you kind of go buy yourself some popcorn while they're selling the guns, and then you come back and buy the other shit. But anyway, garage sales are clearly where you get the cheapest shit. And so we have been buying stuff and filling up our storage units so that once we sell the stuff that's in the shop now, we'll have backup stuff to sell. And it's Minnesota, so you can only go garage sailing in the summer. There's a very limited window of opportunity. And I have come up with, I feel like I want to write a book or at least a blog post about all the different ways that you're fucking up your garage sale. Because seriously, how
can you go wrong at a garage sale? Like, I don't understand how you can fuck it up.
First of all, if you have a sign that says garage sale, and then I get to your house and it turns out that you are not having a garage sale, but you are selling things that you bought from a return pallet from Target, that's not a garage sale. That is an illegal retail operation. You are just dodging the sales tax, and you have lured me to your house to buy new items that, sure, you may have priced cheaper than Target would, but they're not garage sale prices. Like, I don't need to buy brand new Target curtains for like $10. Oh, fuck yeah. Because buying pallets has turned into a big thing now. You can actually go to websites and buy an entire pallet of returned items. So, like, when you go to Target and you return something, they throw it in a bin, and then that bin goes to a bigger box somewhere, and then that box goes onto a pallet somewhere, and then companies auction those off. So you're basically bidding on, it'll tell you, like, case of unchecked returns from Target. So some of the shit might be broken, some of it might be fine. You have no idea. So it's a lot like gambling. But people have figured this out, and they've started buying return pallets, and you get to their garage sale and it's all that stuff, which I feel like it's false advertising. You have lured me to your house to sell the contents of the pallet that you bought. I could buy my own pallet. I don't want to buy the shit from your pallet. If you want to sell pallet stuff, that's fine. Do it on Marketplace or something. Like, you're not having a garage sale. If you don't put how far away your garage sale is on your sign, and I have to drive 30 miles out into the country to find your fucking garage sale, I'm going to be really pissed. So, like, if you live 30 miles out into the country, put that on your fucking sign so that when I turn off the highway, I don't worry about being led to a murder trap, because murder traps are my mom and I have decided if we start getting too far out into the country, it's probably a murder trap. They're just luring us out there to get murdered, and we have to decide at which point we need to turn around. But there could be a really good sale at the end of the murder trap. Like, what if we just keep going and then it's like the best sale ever? Or
what
we
if
get
they
murdered.
just decide not to murder you?
Right. And they have really good shit.
They're like, well, you're
Like,
here to
you
buy
just don't know.
stuff, so
Yeah, it's there's an entire art to it. If you are selling collectibles, people, collectibles are worthless. Nobody is going to buy your Norman Rockwell plates anymore at all. Like, some people might buy them because they think they're cute. They're not paying retail.
Millennials don't give a fuck.
They do not. They do not want your collector's plates. They realize that you were screwed out of your money when you bought those plates, even though you don't realize it yet.
I speak as a geriatric millennial. We don't give a fuck about collectibles because we don't have the luxury of having disposable income to have collectibles.
To collect things with.
Right. I'm just trying to what's that thing that I do every day? Eat.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
And ultimately, you want to do that a couple
on.
times a day, right? If you can. Eating.
Depends on what I eat. Sometimes I eat something that my body hates, and I hate myself for 2 days.
Yeah.
So, I had pizza the other day, and I'm lactose intolerant, and that was a bad choice because I am over 30, allegedly. So, yeah, that's not.
Well, you did that to yourself. I mean, you know you're lactose intolerant, and you ate the cheese anyway. If you can't take the pain, get out of the kitchen.
And then,
I don't know if that's
I ate it for dinner. I ate it for dinner on Saturday. And then Sunday morning, I woke up and heated up a slice and ate it again.
Oh, my God.
It was so dumb. Like, a bad choice. Like, I was dying yesterday.
That's
not to the point that I was going to take anything and actually handle it. But no, I was just like on my bed, like.
You'd think that at your ripe old age of 32, you would have figured this out by now.
Am I 32 now? Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, old people, listen. Our generations don't want your shit, and I hear so much bitching about that from people. Kids just
I know my mom's like, I'm going to leave you these things. I'm like, just don't.
Get rid of them. Nobody wants them. We don't want to throw our money at stupid shit that just collects dust. Which so my main point with garage sailing here is that a garage sale exists for you to do two things. For you to get rid of shit that you don't need or want anymore from your home, and to make a little bit of money while doing that, right? Because you could take all your shit and just donate it somewhere, but you want to you want to see if you can make a little bit of money back, you know?
I don't want people around my house. I don't want to have to deal with people. I don't want to haggle.
But like,
I just take it somewhere. I'm like, here, take my shit. I don't care.
If you think,
yeah, sure, I'll take the receipt. Whatever, I'll forget about it.
Oh, so will I. I donate so much shit
Literally
and then forget about it by tax time.
Never put anything on my taxes. Yeah.
If you think that a garage sale is a way to like pay for your trip to Orlando or something, you're not doing it right, and I'm just going to get mad at your garage sale, because nobody is paying $15 for that fucking wall art that you've had in your house since 1980. And there goes my cat knocking shit off my wall again.
But I would really like to know who won that poker game.
Yeah, exactly. No,
and who taught the pug how to play, the bulldog?
Listen,
who taught them how to play?
If it were that picture, I would pay $15 for it. What I'm not going to pay $15 for is the weeping angel from the 80s holding a child with there's so much weird fucking wall art out there.
I like the one where Jesus is shooting the guy up with heroin. That's a iconic.
Listen, if I find that, I will pay top dollar for that.
I would pay top dollar for that one.
I would.
I don't know where in the Bible that is, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, that would be some fantastic garage sale art. If you are selling dishes and you are trying to get me to pay like $5 a plate for your dishes, you have lost
what is this, Kohl's?
Your goddamn mind. Oh, and they're always Kohl's plates. Like,
always Kohl's
I can go
plates.
to Kohl's and buy those for the same price. There's no fucking way I'm buying them from you.
They're probably on sale for $2.50 a plate. Let's be real.
Probably. And you get these, like, we have gone to so many garage sales where people literally are just bringing their garbage out into their garage and putting ridiculous fucking prices on it. And then I get mad because you have just wasted my time. I thought I was going to go somewhere where I could purchase things Instead, I'm in your shitty garage with you trying to get me to pay like $10 for your used goddamn shoes that have your foot sweat all over them. And no. I'm not paying that for that. I think, in a way, going to garage sales in rich neighborhoods are the best way to do it, because the rich people don't really care about making the money as much. They already have money.
They have tags on them.
They have the nice stuff, and they're not hurting for money. So they're just like,
right.
Like, I don't know, maybe if something's not marked, 50 cents, does that work? Yep, that works. God damn it, Shushu, I'm going to fucking murder you. She does not act like this when I'm not podcasting. We
don't endorse murdering cats on this show.
When I'm not podcasting, this bitch ignores me. When I'm talking into a microphone, she's knocking shit off the table. Will you say you're sorry, please? Can you apologize to the people listening? Can you?
She's not sorry. She's not sorry. She doesn't give a fuck.
Fucking bitch.
0 fucks given.
Anyway, yeah, so going to rich people garage sales is the best way to go. And if you can get to a neighborhood garage sale or a citywide garage sale.
Yeah, that's what my old neighborhood does, that where they do neighborhood wide garage sales twice a year.
Mm-hmm. Our city does not do them, which is ridiculous because we're a tourist town and you could get more people by doing it, but our city is the fucking worst. So
can you throw her in a closet or outside?
I would like to. I'm going to probably strangle her at this point. I can fit my whole hand around her neck because she's not very big. So
did she think about that before she started pissing you off?
You're on thin ice, bitch. Did. You are on thin fucking ice. Anyway,
just like put her behind you and like lean back a little bit so she's stuck, but she's still like snuggling. So
that's that was successful for a while. Now she's all out, just I'm gonna fuck up your shit mode.
Now she's free.
Anyway, so
I have not been garage sailing during this break.
You've been hoeing. Is that accurate? No.
Basically, no. So we've been like, we're all vaccinated and all our friends are vaccinated now. And so we're seeing people again and it's so exciting to actually get out there and see people again.
I agree.
And so everybody's throwing like house parties, or we're meeting at like bars with patios, or, you know, so we, every week there's some event. Like I went to a toga party this weekend, which was so much fun. I've never been to a toga party.
Did you actually wear a toga?
We did.
And did you take a picture of this?
I did.
Okay.
So it's, we just went to Joann's and bought like stretchy knit fabric and just wrapped it and tied it.
Well, I mean, that's,
and mine ended up looking just like a dress that I would own. So,
so you can rewear that bitch.
I actually could. And it did wonders for my curves. So that's I was like, okay, I'm working this toga, I guess. I don't know. It kind of hit your neck a little the way it hit me.
Yeah.
A gentleman caller he was wearing like a floral pattern because it was like this great, like tropical floral knit.
Yeah.
And it was like the cousin from Hawaii that came to visit on the Flintstones or something.
Oh, yes.
But it was super fantastic. But the week before, we were doing this meetup at this local bar that we just absolutely love, actually, because it has this great patio. The drinks are really cheap. They pour, if you get a drink with one shot, they pour for like 7 seconds. So it is like 4 shots at least in every drink. So you can't drink more than 2 drinks or you get fucked up. So I learned that the hard way. But we were there all hanging out, and I was just, talking to friends, and I only left the table just to go to the bathroom and to close out my tab. That's it. Like literally the only time I left the table with my friends. And I left the bar with 4 phone numbers and a Facebook friend request. I'm like, what is happening? Like everybody is out and they're rabid and they're all
everyone is thirsty.
Like, people are insane. They're so thirsty. And I get it. I was wearing a really great dress that I found on Amazon that it's like
those are the best.
Pinup style, and it's like plunging neckline.
Cute. I can picture it already.
It's so cute. Get off my body. But so I was leaving the bar. I was looking for everybody because everybody went outside to smoke, and I had a couple of those drinks. So I was wandering around outside, as you do. And this guy came running after me, and he was like, I can't let you leave this bar without getting your phone number. And I was like, huh, okay. Because boldness
Seems a little
works.
creepy, but okay. Yeah.
Right. And he looked kind of like Weird Al, which was working for me.
Okay.
Since I was drunk.
Fair.
And I was like, okay. So I gave him my phone number because I was also drunk. And I woke up the next morning to a text. I'm like, I don't remember who this is. I couldn't remember his name. And so I was talking to Gentleman Caller. I was like, what do I do? And he was like, I don't know. Text him back. See what's up. See what he wants. So we texted for a couple days. And then I asked him his name. Like Tuesday. Yeah. I've been talking to him since Saturday. I asked him his name on Tuesday. I was like, I think your name is Daniel ? I don't know. He responded to me 2 days later and said yes. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so then he was like, ask me any question. And so I asked him the religion question because that's the first one I have to ask. You have to start with. And he was like, well, I'm not religious per se. I'm just Catholic. I'm like,
Okay. What?
All right.
I mean, I was waiting for but I'm spiritual, but I'm Catholic was not where I thought that was going to go.
No.
No.
And then it was, did you get your vaccine? Was my next question. And he was like, well, no, because I had COVID and I was so sick I died for 30 seconds. And so now the doctors told me I can't have my vaccine for 8 months. And I'm like,
I don't think that's how that works.
So he's ghosted.
Yeah,
but
that's very sketchy.
Well, because then he said he was hungry to see me again. I'm like, okay.
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, good
I
good
don't
choice.
even know you. And nice. Yeah, I'm not even single. Like, it's whatever. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was.
I feel it's weird because, now that all my friends are vaccinated, because let's face it, all my friends are liberals and all the liberals are vaccinated, we've been having all these get-togethers because we've been away from each other for so long. And so somebody's always doing something at least twice a week. And I feel bad because I leave my children at home. Granted, their dad is here. It's totally fine. I'm not abandoning my children. But you know how mothers feel guilty about everything all the time?
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing.
My kid weekend one day because I had to go to the toga party on Friday night. So I had my kids stay the night Saturday night and Sunday night. So I'm sending you a picture of me in the toga and the dress that got me all the phone numbers.
Yeah, so now I've just got this perpetual guilt about being gone, even though I know damn well that when I'm gone, my kids are just playing on their computers, totally unaware of the fact that I'm not even in the house. But it's been so much fun just connecting with my old friends and then these new people that are friends from Facebook, that I haven't actually met in person yet, but they're all
That's
local.
what we're doing. I'm finally meeting people that I've been Zooming with for the past year.
Yes.
And people that I've been, one of my best friends I've made over the past year is someone I met on Zoom trivia.
Oh, wow.
Like, we were doing Zoom trivia every Sunday night, and now she's also, I tell people that she's my criminal attorney, and I keep her close by just in case, because the way I live my life, I'm going to need her on hand.
True. Yeah.
So, but yeah, she's like one of my best friends now.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I just sent you a picture of the first one's the toga and the second one's the dress that got me all the numbers.
I just looked at them. They're adorable.
And that dress, the second one comes in like 15 different colors and it's $31. So, patrons.
Yeah.
I need that dress in every
Even
color.
though you can't see the dress, I can see the dress, and it's a great dress,
Trust
and
me,
she needs more of them.
I need that dress in every color. I just bought black because we go with the black dress first, but the next one I'm going to get is black.
You know
with
what?
white,
I do
with
that
big,
too,
white
though.
polka dots.
If I find something I love, I want to go buy it in every fucking color. The problem now I'm having is that I gained 30 fucking pounds over the course of like 6 months. And
I gained like 20
nothing
something.
fits me anymore. All of my cute clothes, nothing fits me. I've had to buy all new clothes, which isn't terrible because I spend literally all of my time at garage sales and thrift shops. So I find really cheap clothes that are cute. But then it's like there's this circle of life for clothing whereby somebody bought it, wore it twice, sold it at their garage sale. Somebody else bought it, never wore it, donated it to Savers. I went to Savers, picked it up, liked it, wore it twice, forgot about it, put it back into a bag and took it to my friend's thrift shop downtown because they sell vintage clothing and they sell it to somebody else. And it just keeps going from there. I like to think about how many different places these pairs of jeans go to before they get to me or somebody else. But yeah,
That's always fun too.
I'm all about thrift clothing and thrifting in general. I fucking love it so much. I find so much cool shit. But then when people are fucking terrible at their garage sales, it really bums me out. One thing I have been noticing is, there's lots of people who run garage sales who do shitty things, but there's also a lot of customers at garage sales that I want to punch in the mouth, because they will go up to the person I've been bitching about prices people want, but if somebody is asking for 50 cents for like a pair of earrings, don't go up to that person and say, would you take a dime for them? No.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
They put 50 cents. That is a reasonable price for a pair of earrings. Just pay the fucking 50 cents. Do not haggle. Like, if it's a big item and they're asking a lot of money and you feel comfortable haggling, okay, haggle. If it's a little thing, if it's under $1, if you think that's too much, don't buy it. Don't fucking haggle with somebody over 50 cents. And I see it all the time and it drives me up a fucking wall. I hate it so much. And part of it is that in our shop, people haggle with us in the shop. And
why?
I get just viscerally outraged by it. I have to control myself. I fucking hate it too.
I hate haggling. And when I go places and they're like, "Oh, you're supposed to haggle, you're supposed to barter, you're supposed to do this," I'm like, "Oh my god!"
No,
I am a sticker price girl.
I'll go somewhere else. I don't want to. I saw an ad for a garage sale the other day that was nothing is priced, but make an offer. No, I'm not going to that. I get so nervous thinking, oh my god, what do they think is a fair price? What if I pay? What if I put out a price and then it's like way more than what they wanted and then I overpaid for it and then I can't resell it? And it makes me so anxious. Just put the price you want on it. And you can always tell people look, my prices are flexible. If you feel like you want to haggle, go ahead. But just to not price something, I can't wrap my brain around why you would fucking do that. But yeah, people come into our shop all the time and they're like, is this the best you can do on this? And if they get my mom, she'll be like, well, I could probably go down. She'll give them like a 10% discount, which to me is rewarding someone for bad behavior. I am not giving you a discount for bad behavior. No. You don't walk into any other retail establishment in town and ask if you can pay less for their items. You just don't do that. The price is the price and you pay it. But somehow,
that's hilarious. In
my shop, people think it's okay to walk up with something and go, yeah, I don't really want to pay that price for it, though. Could you give it to me for... Listen, our shit is so reasonably priced, you wouldn't even believe what we're pricing shit at. It's cheaper than the Salvation Army. Literally, they charge more for their shit than we do. And I just the thought of reopening and having to deal with that every day is just giving me stress. You can't even imagine.
When do you open?
Next week, finally.
Right in time for the 4th of July.
Yes, we have been. Well, the inside is almost done. It's just that we had to keep waiting for the plumbers to come in and finish the plumbing and the electrician to come in and check the electricity out and the parking lot people to come and put in the parking lot and the sidewalk people, all that bullshit, the little just things. Waiting on contractors to do shit. But finally, we have just decided this morning we will open next weekend. So nice. I'm excited because it's going to be nice to make money instead of spend money. I enjoy making the money.
And you'll have a steady hours again.
Yes, I'll be able to actually come home.
Because that's been the problem. Yeah. That's why we took some time
I have
off. Is there was steady hours.
My hours are all day, every day until the shop opens.
And I'm actually changing jobs, so I'm not working
constant overtime
days anymore. It's optional. I can work overtime again. I probably will because I really like money.
Yeah, same.
But I'm changing jobs, and so I don't need to work the overtime anymore, which is it's a good.
Well, and with the shop, it's it's all been just preparation, getting everything ready inside, and where are we going to put the shelves, and where are we going to put? And I've been doing all of this decoration next to the ceiling where you can't reach stuff. So it looks really cool, and spray painting frames and doing this whole thing. And once all that stuff is done and then I'm just running a shop, I can actually come home at the end of the day and not be working, and then maybe actually take days off at the end of the week. Like even 2 of them in a row if I'm lucky. I could probably take 2 days off where I'm not doing stuff for work. The tricky thing is with a thrift shop, you still have to go get the stuff. And I still haven't figured out, because we also have to be open on the weekend, because that's when people go shopping, like at least in our area, because we're in a tourist area, you have to be open on the weekend. But that's also when garage sales happen, so... Which is why my mom and I have been going to all the ones we can together to load shit up in her minivan, and we took a U-Haul to one of them and filled that fucker up, and... So yeah, but my pace of life will definitely slow down over the next couple of weeks, and then I can actually record again. It's weird, I've like forgotten how to record podcasts.
Well, yeah, so I was like plugging everything in and I was getting everything set up, and I was like, am I doing this right? Like I forgot to open the program that we've used to record ourselves for the past 4 years.
Yeah. I just keep looking at all the buttons like, am I...
She's like, hey, did you open that? I'm like, no.
Sure did not, no.
I absolutely did not.
Well, I think that's why my cat is being such a whore, is because she hasn't seen me do this in so long. And she's like, why are you sitting?
Yeah, we're back. We're going to be doing this regularly. Since I don't start my new job until Monday. So I can work, do a couple this week so we can kind of catch up a couple.
Yeah, this week will be good. I actually have to go into the shop later today to finish all of my picture frames, because my mom won't be there because she's going home to take a nap, because then we're going to an auction at 4:00 in a different town. But she and I'll have to send you pictures. I put all these cute, like, spray painted different colors picture frames up where you can't reach so that it just looks cute. And my dad thinks it's the dumbest thing in the whole world. And I did it anyway, because I don't give a fuck. What's he like? I'm not climbing over shelving to get pictures off the wall for people. Fuck that. I'll put something up there that's cute, that fills up the space. But I just, when my mom and I are there together, it turns into, did you go through this stuff yet? This is your box of stuff. You need to, and I'm a bit of a scatterbrain. I don't know if you've noticed this about me, but I will have...
But you get things done.
I get things done in my own time and my own way.
That's why you and I work together, because we're like, here's the things that we need to do. We're like...
It'll get done eventually.
Yeah.
It's just, I have this thing now came up and I have to work on that. And I still have this other thing. And like in the shop right now, I have just a push cart full of tools and hardware and shit, because I'm still putting stuff up. I like doing things that are
physical.
Me too.
More than like online stuff or things that I have to do. That's why I really wish patrons, hey, we need more. Yeah. Because I would really love to have someone else do like the social media stuff.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be awesome?
And all of the like uploading stuff, like that would be just like if we had a tech person.
Oh my God, I would so much rather be on a ladder hammering something into the wall and like using my hands to be creative than be on the internet.
I'd rather be out, drumming up new patrons by showing my boobs.
Taking more nude pictures. And I mean, hey, I'll start a blog.
I've never taken a full nude picture.
I'll totally start like a garage sale video blog if people want. I just don't have the time to do it right now. So yeah, my mom and I have come up with all these great ideas while we've been on the road for YouTube shows that we could do, reality shows that are... My favorite is we should do one where the two of us review garage sales, where we just go to garage sales and we look at them and we're like, okay, this one gets a 5 because they had some decent items, but they wanted way too much for them. And 75% of the sale was baby clothes. So like, it's great that you're getting rid of your baby clothes, but 10, 20, I don't know.
Okay. Like, if you don't know what
We're
the 5
still
is, you're like, this place
workshopping
gets a
that.
5. It's like, okay.
Yeah, we're still
Is that 5 out of 5?
That's still in the works.
5 out of 7?
We haven't worked out all the kinks in this program. We
doesn't really tell me much.
We just have a concept at this point that we think would be funny.
And then is it like 5 like yard sale flyers?
See, we still have to. I hadn't thought that. All I know is that
like,
there's going to be a ton.
5,
there will be a ton of funny
5.
shots of my mom slamming on the brakes of the minivan and me jumping out the passenger side to go to a free box. That's going to be a classic because that happens all the fucking time. Free box, stop! Slams on the brakes. I get out.
The only YouTube channel I've ever come up with was with my friend that she's another ex-woman. And I love her. But we had this idea where we were going to go into like Target or Walmart or something and go to customer service and ask to speak to the manager. And then very tearfully quit our job. And film the other one doing it, like crying that, and just like some kind of drama, like, ever since you got me pregnant or what, like just bawling our eyes out.
Yeah.
And that
I keep thinking like there's a lot of YouTube channels about thrifting and where people will go into thrift shops and it's like, come thrift with me and show what they find. And I feel like I could do that because if you see me in a thrift shop, I get way too excited about shit that I shouldn't be that excited about. But I would feel so weird recording inside of somebody's store. I
really like lamps.
Oh my God. I am a lamp connoisseur.
I don't have a lot of lamps. I don't
like to use them. I just like to look at them.
I don't own them and I don't have them. I really like mini tea sets. I actually do have a lot of those.
I went to a garage sale last week that had like 7 of them. I could have picked them up for you.
Oh my gosh, yes. I have one that was handmade. I have one that's like very pretty and delicate and it has flowers on it. I have one that's like kind of like has like a lattice work on it and it's cream colored. Like I love them. I love them. And but I don't have them out because I don't want to be that girl. So I just have them in a box in my storage unit. And every time we move, I pull them out. I'm like, oh, I love these. And then I put them back in the box because I don't want to have them out. They're also a bitch to dust. Oh,
yeah.
So.
Dusting is, My mom and I were talking about how she has come to the conclusion that she wants no things. 0 things. She wants nothing. She wants to live in a hut with nothing. Whereas I am like, I like having my thing. Like, I'm not a hoarder, but I have certain things I like. And I told her I only collect like one thing. All I collect right now are vintage cake pans. And that's, and Art Deco beaded vintage purses. I collect those too.
So and, I like jadeite.
I love jadeite. Oh my God. I would
and then
all the
have
jadeite.
you ever seen the running cups?
No.
Okay. There is this line of tea. It's a tea set and egg cups and stuff that have legs underneath them instead of, and they're running.
Oh my God.
And it's a whole line of dishware,
adorable.
and I want to have all of them. I would put up.
Good to know.
I would have I would knock over someone and take their grandma's like china cabinet that no millennial wants, and I want it for my running plates and my running.
See,
cups
I'm
and
the person that everybody who's looking for a thing comes to me because I'm like, I go to so many goddamn garage sales and thrift shops.
You've never heard of my running plates.
I've never seen any. I can't. That's weird that I've never. The amount of times I have been into Savers, I can't believe I've never come across that.
It's British.
Oh, that could be it.
So,
no, let's see. I have the cake pans and the vintage. I also like vintage old newspapers. I love anything printed that's old. I need to stop. I buy way too much jewelry.
So we found a book. What was the book's name?
Oh, old books. That's another thing I collect. Old books.
There was this book's name where it was like Love Bites or something. We're trying to find it on Etsy that it would be great for I Date Me. It's etiquette for online dating. Ooh. And there's a whole section on how to make emojis with your keyboard.
Oh my God.
And that's the next one. I am looking for that.
We've had this guy call my mother twice now and leave lengthy messages because he is looking for 2 very specific George Strait albums. and as well as VHS copies.
Why isn't he looking in Texas? Because he literally lives in San Antonio.
I know, right? And he wants like these 3 very specific VHS tapes. And he has now called twice and left messages about these very specific items he would like to buy. So I told him, I'm like, just go on eBay, Mom, find them, purchase them, and then jack the price up by 5. When he comes in, everybody's a winner. He gets the things he wants. But no, he would be the kind of person that would be like, I'm not paying $5 for that. Are you kidding me? Which, you know, that's pretty much everybody who comes into a thrift shop. So
it's obnoxious.
I can't. Oh my God. We went to a garage sale last week and the lady came, there were a couple of old ladies there, and she comes up and she's like, oh, this is my sister's stuff. She has cancer. She just found out she has cancer, and then her house burned down. And so this is all she has left of. So we're trying to raise some money so that we can, and all I could think was, please don't tell me your sob stories when I'm at your garage sale. You're just trying to get me to buy more stuff. And now I look like a dick if I don't buy it. Like, unless you're having an actual fundraiser garage sale, which I am totally cool with. Lots of people do that and they say right up front, this is a fundraiser. Here's what we're giving the money to, which gives me an opportunity to not purchase from there if it is for a crisis pregnancy center. But like, don't just go up and tell the people the random bad stuff that's going on and everybody's uncomfortable, and it's just such a bummer. I don't know. And I'm the kind of person that then
like, oh, but I don't care. I would be like, yeah, it's
see,
tough.
no, then I'm like, okay, there's got to be something here I can buy. My mom is the hard ass who's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm still not buying that shit. But I'm just like, oh, I really like this plate. I'll pay too much for it because I'm a total sucker.
You wanted her to live. You should be selling better stuff. Sorry.
Right? Thank you. Yeah, if people put, now that repurposing is big, people will put like I hate it when they do garage sale / craft sale, because that means you're going to get there and they're not selling stuff from their house. They're selling all of these shitty oven mitts and garden ornaments they made out of plates and a whole bunch of nonsense for way too much money that, like, if I want your crafts, I'll go to a craft fair. That's why they exist. I don't want to go to a random
sending you a
garage
pin
sale.
of the cups with feet. It took me forever to find them.
How is it possible
Because they
that
were
I have
some.
not...
It's an obscure British thing from like the 70s and 80s, and I somehow stumbled on it. And I'm kind of obsessed with them.
That is amazing! And they have whole sets of this. Okay, see, now I'm going to be obsessively looking for this. I can't. I have a whole ongoing mental list.
Of course, there's knockoffs on Etsy, which I would take the knockoffs too. I don't care. And they have like plates with feet, and
I have an ongoing list of things that I'm looking for at all times, and it changes based on what people want. Some are running
and some are walking.
Yeah,
some are
now I'm going to be obsessed with this. I'm going to walk into a Savers one day, find one, and go, "Oh my God!" and just be freaking out about it and cause a scene. And buy it.
Yeah, but I found something that we should make for the store also while I was looking.
Oh my gosh.
So.
Yeah, I have been neglecting my craft room, but at the same time buying stuff.
Well, I can do these also.
So.
I can actually do these also because it looks like a pretty simple, like, touch up the glass and then just write on it.
Yeah.
I can do that.
So that's the what's the name of that artist that makes these? God, I forgot her fucking name, but it's turned into a whole thing where, like, Target has a whole line of them, and TJ Maxx apparently has even more of them. But it's this artist who writes the word like that on everything. Goodness. So you've got, like, a pitcher that says drink, and a plate that says eat. And, Amy has sent me a picture of these little glasses that say tequila, gin, whiskey. That's, like, a specific style. I want to say it's Anna something? I don't know. I'll remember after we record this, but it's everywhere.
It's fine. We're just talking about pictures anyway.
Yeah, it's good when you're on a podcast. What you want to do is talk about a lot of videos and pictures that people can't see.
Right.
Because we're professionals. Smells are good too, yeah.
Right.
Or just the things going on around you that you can see that are funny, because that's what works well in a podcast audio. I keep thinking we've forgotten how to podcast, but I think this is just how we always did podcasts.
This is pretty much how... I was actually just texting my friend. I was like, the band's back together. It feels good again. because it was off. Like, it felt so off.
I know.
And I recorded an amazing interview with Maddie and Julie, Maddie Love, and it's. I think the audio was all off, and so Rich has it, and he's trying to fix it. But it turned out so fun because it was just like hanging out.
I love that.
And and they had a cat that jumped up also.
Of course.
And, so it felt very.
I got to hang out with Maddie in my actual house, and it was just the greatest thing ever. Like, we just sat and had coffee for 2 hours, and it was amazing.
That's the thing, is Skepticon isn't happening this year, so it means I don't get to see anybody. 2 years in a row, I don't get to see any of my friends. And then I was listening to another podcast that we don't say the name on the show, but QED has been moved from like October to February. I think I can't go to London anyway, or England.
Yeah, no. God, if I could go to England.
I'm just like, when are we actually going to see anybody? Like, when is ReasonCon? Is ReasonCon happening? Like, is anything happening?
Does that even happen anymore? The biggest thing is they always have the atheists, American Atheist Conference, but that's always Easter weekend, and then I would get guilted because I would have to go to the in-laws.
Well,
for Easter,
that's not until
Easter next year. So.
And then I know that
I think
there's something going on in Chicago.
Conference. Well, there's
because Mandisa, the Black
I just saw that
non-believers.
today. The Black non-believing women. Oh,
Yeah,
God, no, I can't think of the name of it. But that's not until this fall either.
It's like October. Yeah.
Maybe we should just have a soup conference.
But can we
just
go?
pick
Like,
a location.
I would feel very weird. I'm like, I'm a woman, and I don't believe.
I know. I'd feel. Although I did ask Mandisa about that at one point, and she's like, "No, it's everybody's welcome," and because it's. Open
I would
to
just
everybody.
feel.
It's just too
much
far
like
away
I
for
was.
me.
Well, it's also very far. Chicago's very far. But I would feel very much like I was trying to speak for something that I don't understand.
Exactly.
But I would be there to I would just be there to listen and see what I could do with my meager platform.
Oh my God. The biggest thing that has happened to me in the entire past year, I forgot to mention, I reserved a theater and saw In the Heights with only vaccinated people that are liberals. It was amazing.
I haven't seen that yet. Is it good?
What?
It's on HBO. I know it's on HBO.
Oh my God, Amy, no.
I've seen people talking about it on TikTok. Does
Get
that
yourself
count?
to a theater and go see it in the theater.
I want to see
it's
it in the
amazing.
theater.
Although there has been a controversy that makes me uncomfortable because I'm a white person, so I feel like it's not my place to weigh in on it. Yet I also worship Lin-Manuel Miranda as a personal god.
Right.
When I say my prayers at night, it's to Lin-Manuel Miranda. So
I mean, same.
If I hear anything bad about him,
but mine
I have to
aren't
block
prayers.
it
I do
out.
sacrifices to him.
Same.
I feel like it means more. I don't think you're doing
my cat
your
is
part.
going to be the next sacrifice to him. I'm going to send my dead cat to him because she's
I
just
learned
being
that
the worst,
by experience.
but-
He does not appreciate those gifts.
Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy. So
He actually really
no,
is.
there's a controversy about colorism and how the primary cast of the movie was more light-skinned people, and I'm white. I can't. I loved the movie.
Instead of
I thought it was
portraying it more
great.
like accurately, is that?
Well, apparently Washington Heights is more of an Afro-Latinx community. Most of the people are darker skinned. And so
And
in the
everybody
movie,
was lighter skinned.
I mean, not every, there's,
I mean, at least it wasn't played by white people pretending to be.
yeah,
like,
no. It was not that.
Latinx?
These were Latinx people. And, so the main character, Usnavi, is played by the guy who was in Hamilton, whose name I can't believe. Oh, Anthony Ramos was in Hamilton and played John Lawrence.
Yeah.
And that role was destined for him. I'm sorry, but he was amazing in that role. And that's a guy who has put in the work and put in his time. And I can't look at it and go, no, he shouldn't have gotten that role. I think he absolutely should have gotten that role. And I think the dance, I watched
You're saying Hamilton.
behind the scenes
what
thing.
is Hamilton?
Oh my God, I will slap you from across the computer. I swear to God. Yeah, if you go back and you watch, well, if you don't have HBO, you can't watch it, but they did a featurette on the choreography. You have it and you still haven't seen In the Heights?
I started it.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
And then I was like, man, I'm working, and I just stopped it.
No, you can't watch it while you're working. No, you
That's
need
what
to give it your
that's what I
full
told myself.
attention.
I started it and then I stopped it because I was working and I watched Dirty John instead, which was amazing.
I've seen, yeah, that was very good. I've seen
because I saw the second season has Amanda Peet and I freaking love Amanda Peet, so I can't wait to start that season.
I binged that whole thing.
And
it's real good. I binged it.
The show was amazing. Like someone at work was like, it's weird. It's really rough and like she was waffling, and so I was like, not
But
sure.
did they hear the Dirty John podcast?
But then I watched it and I was like, what was her complaint? This show is amazing.
Yeah, well, the podcast
I watched it in
was
like
really
2
good.
days.
And then the show was pretty.
Well, I read the whole backstory after I watched it, and it's fantastic. Like I binged it in 2 days. I was
honestly,
gentleman
I think
caller
the
didn't even
second
have
season,
access to me because I was just watching Dirty John for like 2 days straight.
The second season is about Betty Broderick, and I think it was even better than the first season. Like
I saw the
liked
trailer
the
and I was
second one
like,
better.
oh, I'm gonna go watch the show now because I love Amanda Peet.
It was so good.
I've loved her since Saving Silverman.
In the Heights, there was a featurette about the choreography, and they hired a very diverse cast of associate choreographers, and they made sure that the dances they were doing were very specific to the cultures that they were trying to portray. So they have, they were doing a lot of specifically Mexican dances and Colombian dances and Puerto Rican. Like they narrowed it down to these different styles and
tried to
just
give,
the work that went into the choreography and the dancing, and they. Many of the background dancers had darker skin, and like they did do that. Again, I can't. I'm too white. I can't. I just love Lin-Manuel Miranda so much. I love him so much. No, it's really good. It's very long. So you're going to want to sit down and get some popcorn. And I still think it's way better in the theater just because you get the music experience in the theater. And they changed a lot of shit from
I don't know. I've never
the original.
Seen it. I don't know the original.
Yeah, which you won't notice. But
is it Hamilton? Are we talking about Hamilton?
No, we're not talking about Hamilton. No, we're talking about In the Heights, which is
Cats?
a different fucking show, Amy. Don't even say cats in my presence. No. Cats are an animal, not a Broadway show. I can't deal with cats.
So what about Memories?
Oh, God, no.
Okay, what was it, late 90s when everybody was singing that song as their solo? Like, I was in choir, and that was everybody's solo was Memories.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, this song is terrible. It's a terrible song, and no one does it justice. Yeah. No one can sing that song well.
No, it's boring anyway. Right. Oh, if you have HBO, there's another show on HBO I highly recommend called Revolution Rent. It's either Revolution Rent or Rent Revolution. Now I can't remember. But it's about this guy who was...
solid recommendation there.
I know. He was in Rent for a while on Broadway. He played Angel, but he decides he's going to put on a full-scale production of Rent in Cuba. And so he goes to Cuba and he hires Cuban actors, and the entire song gets interpreted into not only Spanish, but specifically the dialect they use there. And it's fascinating. You just watch it and watch, the people that they hire to be the actors, and then you kind of get a little background into their lives and their stories. And yeah, really interesting show. Highly recommend. Good. I liked it.
So the one I would recommend that I found on HBO was Made for Love. No, or was it Amazon? I think it was Prime, actually. It's Made for Love. And this lady has a chip implanted in her brain by her husband against her, without her knowledge and against her will.
Previews for that. It
was super fun. It was a really fun show. She escapes, but he's tracking her because he literally has a chip in her brain. Mm-hmm. And it's a really fun show because it's got the lady who played the mom on How I Met Your Mother, who's delightful. Mm-hmm. She's absolutely delightful. So we binged that last weekend.
Yeah, I'm running out of shows to binge because even though I've been working nonstop,
me too. I found a British pottery show now. I've been watching the British pottery show because I don't know what else to watch anymore.
I've been making shit at home, so I'm like, okay, I got all this stuff. I can make wind chimes now, and I'll sell the wind chimes, and just all of these little things I've been doing at home. So I've been binging shows, but not paying nearly enough attention to them while I'm binging them. And I'm just like, yeah, I feel like I've run out of all the good shit now.
I've watched
Mayor
all of the celebrities'
Easttown.
worst cooks in America because the celebrity versions are the best.
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched The Challenge. I've watched The Circle. I don't know.
Did you watch Mayor of Easttown?
No.
On HBO? Oh my God. Watch Mayor of Easttown.
Okay, I'll watch that
It's a
one.
murder mystery. Yeah, it's with Kate Winslet, but it's like a murder show.
Fantastic.
I love a good
I love
murder
Kate
show.
Winslet. Me too.
Yeah, if you like Kate Winslet and murder shows. And then Saturday Night Live does an amazing spoof of it, where they just like make a commercial, and the commercial's called Murder Dirter. It's so good. You gotta watch it.
All right.
Anyway, so I think it's been like an hour.
Been a good catch up.
Yeah, I have a tick crawling on me now because my cat had gone outside and then came up here, and a tick crawled off of her and onto me because
Just
she's the fucking worst.
kill it.
So you guys have
rid of
ticks
it.
in Texas, don't you?
Yeah, but they're the size of freckles and you can't see them. Because we have wood ticks. and tree
That's what
ticks.
we have. We had wood ticks. This one is teeny, teeny, tiny. I could barely see it, but it's definitely a wood tick. I need to go get rid of it. So,
Yeah, they're the worst.
yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. We're back. We'll try to keep up this momentum.
This one and
unless
I
one
Date
of us
Me, we're
drops
gonna
over dead,
record out more episodes and get them all out there.
and give the people what they want. We have one of our patrons, Aaron, who is an actual friend of mine in real life and one of my new favorite people. Like, you know how you meet new people and one of them
do.
just becomes like, oh my God, how have I not known you my whole life? Erin is one of those people, and she became a $10 patron to get a bowl, and I told her it would take a while to get this bowl, but she came to In the Heights at the theater with the thing that I set up. And I asked and made sure she was going to be there because I had something for her. And so she thought I was bringing her soup bowl, but really I had made her a tiara, personalized, with
amazing.
all kinds of shit all over it. And I had told her like a year ago I was going to make her one and that she would get it eventually, but she kind of forgot about it, which is what I wanted, because you make people forget about the thing. And then when you bring it back, it's a big deal. So yeah, she's got her personalized tiara now.
Is that why you made me take 2 weeks off recording?
Pretty much, yeah. It took a long time to make that thing. Good news, I did
bring it back.
finish Freethinker 215's bowl, kind of.
Oh my goodness.
It's the first, I would say, 3D bowl that I have ever made. It has got things attached to it all over the place. I'm
That's
kind of proud of it.
fantastic.
All that's left is to draw a dick on it somewhere, and then I can put it in the mail, and Freethinker 215, you will have your bowl. It's amazing.
Yay.
It's been sitting on my
fantastic.
desk staring at me going, when are you going to finish me? I need a dick drawn on me. So yeah, once I get that shit done, then I can start making Aaron's soup bowl, and oh God,
Yay.
overwhelming. Too much craft work. So yeah, I guess we don't really need an outro because we do our patrons separately now, and
Yep.
we still have Deanna's wonderful outro, so we will, I guess, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
That's the noodle soup rag.
Hello, all you lovely people. It is Amy with a Y here to give you the shout-outs for our patrons this week. If you would like to become a patron, please join us at patreon.com/secularsoup. If you join us at the $6.66 a month or higher level, you'll get a shout-out every single week, sometimes recorded by me on my cell phone, like what is happening right now, because it's the very, very last minute, and I just need to get this onto the podcast, and editing's a bitch. So here we go. Let's see. We've got at our 666 level, we have got Yesh, Shmishtina, Sarah, Paul, Nuggin, Natalie, Maddie, Lois, Life in the Left Lane Podcast, Freethinker 215, April, and Andy. At the $10 a month level, which is the level at which you get a soup bowl handmade by yours truly, may take a year to make it, not gonna lie. I just got Freethinker 215's bowl ready to send out, and it looks like it took me an actual year, so I will do my best. Things are hectic, but eventually you're going to get a soup bowl in the mail if you pledge at the $10 lobster bisque level. And those patrons are Wendy, Verlaine, Rich, Renee, Aaron, and a noble spirit embiggens the smallest man a perfectly cromulent statement. Hopefully I said that correctly because it's late and I am tired. The $20 a month level, that's our premier level, the blueberry dessert soup level. Unfortunately, we lost 2 of our $20 patrons. I totally get it. Financial situations change. Life sucks. What are you going to do? So our $20 patrons are now just Randall. And I think his name is officially just Randall at this point because he's just Randall. He's fine. He's perfectly okay. He may have to get bumped up to our favorite patron now that we lost Ashley. We'll see. We'll have a workshop about it. And top spot, again, as always, just John from now on, who's never going to be our favorite patron, even though he gives us the most money. But, we'll never let him have that. So thank you so much to our wonderful patrons. I think I got everybody. I don't think there was anyone new this week. I could be totally wrong about that and maybe missed somebody because, like I said, life's crazy. Right now my cat is trying to eat my leg and I'm doing 5 things at once and talking into my cell phone. So anyway, thanks so much. Hope you will maybe give us some money too. Think about it. See you next time. Bye.
Thanks to all of you motherfuckers who put up with the Amieys droning on week after week. If you enjoy their delightful bitchcraft, please follow them on all of the social medias and send them all of your money on Patreon or PayPal. You can find them on these platforms by using the Google machine. It's not hard. If you want to bitch with other fans about the show, join the Secret Soup Talk Facebook group. If you want to tell Amy and Amy to fuck off personally, you can send an email to secularsouppodcast@gmail.com, although it may go unanswered. Please rate and review the show on iTunes, Facebook, and wherever else you can review things like this. It will help spread the soup gospel far and wide. And hey, text someone right now. Tell your friends. As always, we'll leave you with the vocal stylings of Mr. Eli Bosnick.
Secular soup creed. Soup is the ultimate virtue. It's delicious, nutritious, patriarchy smashing, racism fighting, warm and fuzzy, human affirming, fun having, anti-theist, glitter throwing, tummy satisfying, pair of new shoes fulfilling, diversity seeking, happiness. Minestrone, beef and barley, chicken broth and split pea, gazpacho, tomato, clam chowder and potato, chicken noodle, beef noodle, egg drop and ramen cup, miso, gumbo, leek and pho. Grab a bowl and taste the magic. Slurp even this.
You can see my line above yours, right? It's just a straight line.
I can see mine.
Up. Motherfucker. Yeah, yours is making sounds. Mine is just not... It's like it's not picking anything up. If I get closer to the mic... fuck. Let me check Audacity. Audacity is barely picking me up, so... I kind of think this mic might be shit. Hold on. Let me turn this up. Turn up the recording volume. That helped a little in Audacity. Let me go back to... Oh my God, Zencaster, seriously. Mike. What do you mean unknown Mike? And Amy's offline again. What a goddamn nightmare. Okay. Amy, can you hear me? No, because you are offline again. So... let's pause this and stop. Why isn't my mouse working? Stop. Tamaga.